Good evening once again. This is Byte Malmuta Mashasha, and then we continue with question 10. It's still the same question paper, computer practice, and 6 and 11 November 2024. Alright, then we are at question 10, and then they say retrieve the spreadsheet file saved as load shading from the computer practice student file folder. Okay, correct. And instruction number 2 say insert header, and we can insert it now because we haven't done what we need. This is the information that we should retrieve. Yes, we'll insert header once we have created the other sheet. Now insert instruction number 3 say create a pivot table on a new sheet. Use the information below to complete the pivot table. 3.1 row or access categories town/city. 3.2 values, hours, and utility bills. Okay, and then we need to create pivot table. And remember, when you're creating a pivot table, you must select the information that you're going to use. Now, since although we are not going to use this heading, we are not going to highlight it, so we are going to start to highlight here at town. When you go into a town and city, you highlight all the information that you're going to use. Yes, as you can see, we highlighted. Then we are going to click insert. It's either you're going to use this option, pivot table or pivot chart. However, which one you like, you can choose it, but I'm just go with this one and say pivot chart. Then it brings us here. Then you must remember they said new worksheet. Just go here, and they said on a new worksheet. Alright, then once it's here, you just press OK. Now we are on a new sheet. Then we go to instruction 3. What does the instruction 3.1 say? Say category town, city. There must be in rows. Then you drag town and city to axis, right? And then you check the question paper, say values, it's hours, then utility bills. Then you drag hours to values, you drag utility to values, right? Check the question paper. Instruction 4, it says filter the backup system to display backup generator, inverter, and off-grid solar. Then we check. They said a filter backup system. Okay, now we're going to drag filter in here. After we drag it, they said we must display backup generator, inverter, and off-grid. Then how do we do that? If you can go to backup system, here you have a downwards arrow, you click it, you will get it like this. You say select multiple, thereafter you untick them, then you tick those one you want. Here we want generator, inverter, off-grid, then you just say okay. Then you go back and say instruction number 5, they say filter the work condition to display work only. Then we are here, they say we must filter this to display work only. We get here, same here, you select and unselect, they say work only, then you say okay. Now we are done with the instruction number 5. We are going to instruction number 6, which says apply conditional formatting to the sum of hours column in pivot table. Use the directional 3 arrow icon set. Okay, now they want us to work with this. First thing first, you need to highlight them, and don't highlight the total. Do not highlight the total. And then they say apply conditional formatting, which is at home. Here you can see is conditional formatting. Click downwards arrow, you go back here, they say use the directional arrow 3 arrow set. Okay, and you get here, then this is what we are looking for, and this is 3 arrow, then you choose it. Yeah, now if you can highlight the sum, the total, it won't give you these kinds of error. It may give you the same errors, so don't highlight the total and sum of hours. All right, and then we continue to instruction number 7. Instruction number 7, it says follow the instructions below to insert sparkling lines. Yes, then 7.1, insert a line sparkling in cell D. You check cell D, just move it. I just delete this one because it's not useful. This is D6. Then we check the instructions. Instruction says insert the pivot, the line sparkling in D6. The data range is the utility bills of all town city. Match cells D6 to D10. Okay, and add an outside border. Okay, and then how do we insert sparklings? We say insert. Here are the sparklings. We have line, column, win and lose. Now we need line. Then they say some of these, you highlight them. This is our range, data range that they speak about. Then after you highlight them, you just say okay. Then you check. They said match cell from D6 to E10. Okay, this is D6, this is E. You go down and down, and then we go to home and we match it. It's like this. And they said add an outside border. Okay, while it's still highlighted there, you just go to borders and you say all borders. Okay, you see that's the border. 7.2, insert a column sparkling in cell D11. Now we are going to click in D11. Yes, and then it says the data range is utility bills of all the town city. And then we're going to insert sparkling column. Then the data range is this one, utility bills for all towns. Then you say okay. Then they say match D11 to E15. D11 to E15. You're going to merge it. You come here, merge and center, and you say match. Okay. Then border, you just say all borders. Let's see, that's the border. 7.3, insert a win-lose sparkling in D16. We're already in D16. The data range is the utility bills of all the town and city. Okay, here in D16, insert win-lose, you allow the utility bills, and you just press OK. Then you check the information. It says D16 to E20, and outside border, just like that. This is E20. You click home, and then you go to merge cells. Yes, and just like that, and you add a border around it. You see, it does have a border. Yes. Then we go to instruction number 8. They say use the pivot table that you created, insert a combination pivot table in cell A23 to C34. Okay, and we're going to highlight here. Remember, you don't highlight those headings that are above. You highlight it here, then you go to insert and say pivot chart and pivot chart. Then remember the instructions that create and insert a combination chart in cell. Then meaning they said sum of hours must be S cluster secondary access, and sum of utility must be displaced as line chart. Add primary, measure horizontal and vertical grid. Okay. We here, then we choose combo, then we click this one, and we just say okay. Then we need to check the data range where they say we must put our pivot table is A23 to C34. When we drag it down, that's A23. Then you adjust it a bit. When you go down, then you drag it to 34. Yes. And then I go and check the instructions. Says add primary, measure horizontal and vertical grid. Okay, where do we find them? You see this sign, you just click here and say grid, and you just add primary, vertical, because horizontal is already ticked. Then you just tick this one, and then we go to question. Our instruction 9 says save the spreadsheet as load shading Q10 in the in computer practice folder, and print the spreadsheet in landscape orientation with row and column headings. Okay, firstly let's check if it's in landscape. We change it to landscape, and remember our first instruction, sorry, it says insert header. Then we must insert header. We are going to get it in here, and so we say header. In here it's examination number, and here it's question number, which is question 10. Yes, and then the instructions said this must be printed on landscape with row and column headings. How do we check that? We just go click page layout, print titles, then sheet, row and column headings, then you click print preview, then it will show like this. You will know that this is rows 1 2 3 and column heading is ABCD. Yes, then this is the end of the question paper. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment and share and leave a comment. Thank you.